Get her done. I'm on him.
McWhorter Custom Rifles presents
This week, it's all about Texas. We're going to show you how diverse it can be, from hunting exotics in the hill country to heading up in the Panhandle, hunting antelope and big whitetails. This is going to be an action-packed episode that you're not going to want to miss.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, Macmillan Fiberglass Stocks, Swarovski Optique, and Extreme Wildlife Adventures.
Second to Alaska, with just over 268,000 square miles of land, Texas offers some of the most geographically diverse hunting opportunities in the country. On this week's show, we're going to follow Larry Ellis of EWA as he guides clients in 3 of the state's 10 geographic regions. The famed Edwards Plateau, also known as the Hill Country, and the high and rolling plains of North Texas, commonly referred to as the Panhandle. We're going to start out in the North Texas Panhandle. Known for big-bodied Midwest genetic whitetails, Larry is guiding longtime client Rich Giffen, and they're trying to find a big, mature whitetail. There's a mature mainframe 8-point that has been hanging out in the area that they have been looking for.
Get her done.
Awesome, buddy. That was worth the wait. Here it is, 12:31, buddy.
All right.
Midday.
7 STW.
195 burger. Board in action.
Dude, he's a freaking gooder, man. Got in the blind this morning. Saw lots of doe activity, lots of rut activity, and just sitting down there about lunchtime and reaching down for a Diet Pepsi, and a hot doe looked like she was coming in the bottom, and all of a sudden behind a mesquite bush, here came Mr. Big. Big old mature 8-point. We did see, had an encounter with yesterday and couldn't quite get on him, and 12:30. Unbelievable. The rut is awesome, and it is rolling wide open here in Oklahoma.
This segment of Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Borden Accuracy, makers of the most accurate custom hunting actions on the market. Manufactured in the USA to true bench rest tolerances. Borden Accuracy equals success.
All right, folks, we are in the Texas Panhandle. A few days after Christmas, got my good buddy Christian Bornson in. We've been at it a couple of days, or day and a half. Yesterday it rained all day long, and we saw some good bucks, just didn't get it done. Checked some Reconnex cameras, and we've got a stud 8-point coming in on this camera the last 2 days straight. So I don't guess you got anything against big 8-points?
Not a darn thing.
It's on, here we go.
Here he comes, to the left of the feeder.
There you go. That one hit him. Awesome. That's a great deal.
Great. That's a lifetime 8-point for me.
He's awesome. Awesome, buddy.
Sounds cool.
Congrats.
Thank you. Couldn't ask for a
Awesome,
opportunity.
awesome big old 8-point buck.
You just don't come across them like this. I mean, This is a special deer.
He's a stud. Big old brows. He is cool, man. He's
Nice
freaking
mass.
cool.
Long time. I mean, he's a mature deer.
He's a real deal. Big old Texas Panhandle buck.
We've seen some big ones,
We did.
and this one gave us the opportunity of a lifetime.
He's cool.
I can't be happier.
That's a big old 8. Good wide. He's awesome.
wide. He's long brows.
Yeah, that's cool. Not a thing broke. Nothing. You know that one this morning, he was broke all the pieces.
That one, he was sheared.
Yeah. Oh, that's freaking great. Well, good deal, buddy.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Couldn't
It's
have-
fun hunting with you.
Getting to hunt with a great guy and a good friend, and
Yeah, that's good stuff.
chance to take this.
That's awesome.
Next up, we're headed down to the hill country to hunt axis deer with EWA client Dustin Watkins.
We have worked our way up to this axis buck. We spot him from the truck. Stay tuned, we're about to put a move on a big axis buck here in Texas. He's looking at us now. Can you see him? Okay. Okay.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by Huff Power Auto and Outdoor Stores, Borden Accuracy, Ultimate Antler Deer Feed, Mesquite Creek Taxidermy, and Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
First access deers, South Texas. I couldn't be more pumped. Look at all of them. The river. Golly. Look at that. Jeez. Big ol'. He's pretty, ain't he? Oh man.
Welcome back, folks. Today we're going to talk about one of the most important and one of the most difficult things to get a handle on, and that's the wind. It really affects long-range shots.
Absolutely, and there's many techniques out there. There's a lot of misconceptions on how to read the wind, and then there's a lot of people that are reading it, but they're not reading it fully. So whenever it comes to wind itself, you're going to have two main methods, and you're going to have a third method that helps you out, but it's kind of limited because it's at your location. That's not where wind affects the bullet. Wind usually starts to affect the bullet at that max ord, which is usually 60% to the target.
So 1,000 yards at 600 yards, that's its highest point. That's when the bullet is going to be most affected.
And it's going to have the most shear, and like the wind's going to be able to put it in motion, and it's going to stay in motion until it comes into contact with the target. The first one of those is going to be mirage. Mirage is like you're sitting there looking, driving down let's say you're driving down the highway and you see all that heat coming up off the road. Yep. Well, that's the mirage you can see with your eyes at that point in time at those distances. And that mirage actually has an angle in which it's moving when the wind is affecting it. So that angle is going to give you how fast the wind's actually going.
That's the velocity.
No, that's the actual speed of the wind. The velocity of the wind is going to be the direction that it's coming from. So it's going to make it appear to where those mirage, those curves that you're seeing, those waves, get closer and closer, or they're getting further apart. So you'll end up having, we kind of covered going over a full value wind, a 75% and a 50%.
Where the mirage, full value, they're going to be the farthest apart.
Correct. And then you're going to end up at the last part of that, you're going to end up having the diamonds, which is 50%. They're really close together. It looks like a pure blur downrange. So that is a technique. You also have rain. Rain angle is one of the easiest ones to do. It is readable what the angle that you see with the rain falling, that is the effect on the bullet, and you don't have to do a lot of calculations to kind of figure out that 75% and 50%. The other technique is going to be using a handheld device like a Kestrel. Kestrel is a wind meter that you're going to be able to sit and hold up in the air, and it's going to pick up that wind speed. The problem is that's at your location, right here. So it's not at that max or at that distance. You could have all kinds of terrain between here and there that is going to affect that wind throughout. So you need to be able to pick up on some of those other factors.
Right, but beyond a 10-mile-an-hour wind, you're pretty much relegated to the Kestrel.
Yep, and the thing is, like, the Kestrel has its role. Like whenever you can't see mirage, it's not raining, you're going to have to utilize that
Very
Kestrel.
cloudy, dreary day, you're going to have a hard time seeing mirage.
Absolutely. And like the Kestrel is very, like it's effective. You're going to be there. But the thing you have to think about is if you're off, it is going to be a impact shift that could be the difference between that ethical shot and that unethical shot.
That's right. So using the Kestrel at your position is usually going to bring your ethical shot distance in.
You're going to be bringing it in. Yep.
All right, so wind, we're probably going to have some more discussions on this later. It is the most important thing that affects a long-range shot. So that's your downrange segment brought to you by Keith and Allen and McWhorter Custom Rifles.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by Tacticam, Sig Sauer, Trigger Tech, Brooks Barrels, Capstone Precision Group, and Hawkins Precision. This segment of Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
Next up, we jump back up to the Panhandle to hunt antelope in the rolling plains. EWA guide Jared Helmuth is hunting with a McWhorter 7mm STW and has his sights set on a great-looking Texas antelope.
had that to be an antelope.
That is a big, big, big antelope. He's gonna be around 15 inches. He curves down really hard, just an awesome buck. Jared's been after me for 2 or 3 years to come up here and hunt these bucks. And so we finally come up with a tag and finished up the Kansas muzzleloader season last week. We hammered down, worked our butts off, got everybody tagged out, come up here to let the guys have a little fun. So tomorrow Dave's gonna come up. We're gonna try and find him a buck somewhere. But it's been a good day here in the Texas Panhandle. Jared, what do you think, buddy?
I'm excited.
Our last hunt, we have longtime EWA client Dave Phillips looking for a Texas antelope of his own.
If we moved up a little bit though, you could get prone laying on your belly. That's what I was thinking. I could lay on my belly right up there. Yeah. We can go straight at it. Just get up and go.
And it's really nice when you can just dial one in and hold it on him and give it to him. There's no guessing to it, no nothing.
Well, here he is. Guess you could call it my redemption antelope. We went out to Wyoming last year and tried this with bows. It didn't work out so well, pretty tough, but as Larry said, I'm too big to hunt behind sagebrush with no trees. But we brought the McCorders to the Texas Panhandle this year and didn't take long. We watched a bunch of antelope this morning across the road on the property, and they never would come on us. They stayed on the neighbor's property, so about 3 o'clock, I guess they decided they was tired of being there and went across the road on a property we could hunt on. And we slipping down this draw to head them off and stumbled across this old guy and thought he was pretty cool. I liked him. He was real wide, got good curl to him, but we got him lined out there. I think he was 405. We dialed him up. The McCorder 7 STW put the hurt on him, dropped him in his tracks. I couldn't be more happy with him. First antelope. And I'll tell you guys something, if you're gonna hunt these plains game or shoot long distance, you guys need to check into these McCorder rifles and muzzleloaders. Can't beat them, only way to go. I'm excited, ready to do it again.